Hey guys, how's it going? It's Nick's Tips here with a video review on a budget cooling solution for your CPU, the Deepcool Gammaxx 400 version 2. Let's get started. The Deepcool Gammaxx 400 version 2 is a CPU air cooler with not 2, not 3, but 4 copper heat pipes for efficient heat transfer with a thermal design power, otherwise known as TDP, of 180 watts. It has a heatsink with a large surface area to assist with faster heat release, and it comes with a 120mm pulse width modulation, otherwise known as PWM, fan with the LED light of your choosing, with either red or blue variants, meaning you get to tune your fan with a balance of cooling performance and noise level, which is perfect for ideal working or gaming environments. In the box, they provide the mounting mechanism such as the bracket, the screws, and the backplate with support of both AMD and Intel CPU sockets. As for the installation, it might be a little bit confusing, but following the manual is not as hard as expected. Now, after talking about the specs, let's get into real-world testing. So right here, I have with me the CPU temps of my pre-overclocked Ryzen 5 3400G, running boosted at 3.7 GHz. Now, the Ryzen 5 3400G is an APU, meaning that it is a processor that includes the CPU and GPU on a single chip. And the objective is to see if the aftermarket CPU cooler performs better than the stock Ryzen CPU cooler, which is the Rave Spire. Unfortunately, the footage for the stock cooler performance is corrupted, so I have no choice but to show the aftermarket cooler pre-overclock and post-overclock performance. The pre-overclock stabilizes at maximum of 70 degrees Celsius with clock speeds of 3.8 GHz for all cores. Please just take my word for it that it has a minus 10 degree difference in comparison with the stock cooler, with slower clock speeds at 3.7 GHz. Now, if you are planning to overclock your CPU, please do bear in mind that you would need an adequate cooling solution for your hardware. Usually, the stock coolers that the Ryzen CPUs give you would not be adequate to cool your overclocked CPU. And it is not fun to see your CPU with temperatures that could cook an egg and risk damaging your PC. Now, this is the results of the CPU temps and clock speeds after overclocking it. It stabilizes at 78 degrees Celsius with clock speeds of 4.1 GHz and extra 300 MHz for all 4 cores after running Blender Classroom for 15 minutes. So as we can see, there's a significant increase in performance in terms of clock speeds, as well as maintaining a healthy 78 degrees maximum. As a conclusion, would I recommend the Deepcool Gammaxx 400 version 2 as a viable CPU cooling solution? At 70 ringgit at the time I was buying it, it is definitely worth the price and has good bang for buck ratio. With its cooling performance and budget price, it will blow you and your CPU away. Thanks for watching the video, and if you like it, please do subscribe for more content like this. And if you dislike it, well, feel free to press the button and I'll try my best to improve the future content. It is the first video on the channel and I plan on making more in the future. I would love to see your comments down below. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!